I did, I recorded it last year. Either way, hey, how are you guys? Welcome back to my channel that I've left unattended for too long. Let's talk about it. Welcome back. If this is your first time ever seeing a video, welcome to my channel. I look a little ratchet right now, but we're gonna, you know, spice this thing up. I am about to lighten my hair, and we're just going to talk. I haven't done a talk through video, and I don't think I've done one in like 2 or 3 years. But if you don't want to hear me talk, then you can go ahead and skip through all the way through to the end of the tutorial. I think I'll put the timestamps down in the description bar, so that you can skip through and you don't have to hear me talk about my life. You do want to stay tuned and see where I've been and kind of what I've been up to, and I really would like if you stay tuned, because I want to get you guys' feedback about what you guys want to see from my channel. So if you want to stay tuned for that, then stay tuned, but if not, drop down to the description bar and skip forward to the tutorial. Alright you guys, so getting straight into the tutorial. Y'all know I'm like a usually like a get straight into the tutorial kind of girl, and those are usually my favorite words. But in this instance, we're not going to get straight into the tutorial. We are, but we're going to be talking at the same time. So anyway, I'm putting petroleum jelly, guys. This is petroleum jelly, Vaseline, on my perimeter here, so that I'm not getting the product everywhere, because I am going to be lightening pretty much everything. Not to lighten my roots, because my ends, because they're already lightened. But anyway, you guys, so where have I been? I had a baby. You guys know that. If you follow my channel, you know I had a baby. On top of having a baby, like, life really happened for me. But on top of having a baby, like, life really happened for me. So I had a baby, and then life just really hit me hard, you guys. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, transitioning into motherhood was literally a huge transition for me. Like, and I don't even think, like, at this point, and my son's almost 9 months, I don't think I've even grasped the entire concept of it. Like, I'm not even afraid to say that. And that's one thing that I've learned too in becoming a mom, just the transparency of being, like, because there's so much that people didn't tell me about, like, being a mom. And so yeah, so I'm kind of just learning as I go. And so needless to say, my son is here. I love him, like, you guys. Like, he really does light up my day, because I have days where I'm just like not here for anything and not here for anyone per se, and he really just switches that around for me. So I really thank God for him. So yeah, and if I'm jumping around throughout the video, it's because I smoke weed, and because I smoke weed, yeah, my memory is not as it should be. I smoke weed because of depression and anxiety. So those are two of the things that I suffered from prior to having my son, because of deployments, going to, if you follow my channel, but if you're not new here, then you guys know, or you don't know, that I am a veteran, a Marine Corps veteran, and I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, and as a result of that, I do have a medicinal marijuana card, and I smoke weed. I'm not ashamed about it. It's not something that I'm like, oh, you know, whatever. I do it responsibly, whatever you want to say. So, needless to say, after having my son, I did find that, like, the depression, anxiety, and those feelings started to come back up. So it doesn't say, okay, but it does say mix well for 3 to 4 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer 3 minutes. So a lot of those feelings and stuff came up after having my son. I don't know, like, how to really explain it, but and I'm pretty sure it's easily explained by saying that postpartum, like, of course. So yeah, the feelings came back up after having my son, and that's kind of where I've been over the past like in and out of my depression spells. I've kind of been happy days and then I've been sad days, and I don't want to be there anymore. And so I'm like, I'm getting back into the things that I love, and I absolutely love doing YouTube. So I said, you know what, let me get back into the things that I love so that I can enjoy my life and thus make a happier life for not only myself but for my son. So needless to say, here I am, you guys, making a video lightening my hair. The system that I'm using is the Blond Solutions, the lightening agent, and this is their developer. This is 35 of volume developer. Now, keep in mind, and the lightener is also pigmented, which I absolutely love. Now, keep in mind, this is not something that you can buy on the market. You kind of got to know what you're doing, and you not kind of got to know what you're doing. You have to have a license. You have to have a license to get. I love this lightener because it is, it has a violet tone to it, and what I love most about that is I love going like my icy blonde. Like I like going silver blonde, just anything that's like on the cooler side. And so what the purple does is, or the violet does is it cancels out all of the yellow. So you guys probably can't see a lot of yellow in my hair here, but towards the hair closest to the scalp, you'll see a little bit more yellow, and then on the ends, I kind of put some purple shampoo on it a couple of days ago, so it's not as but yeah. So today I'm mainly going to try to focus on the hair here and the hair that's going around here, because I'm wolfing it back here and stuff. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna be focusing on, and then I'm going to probably end up smearing it all through the ends for like the last couple of minutes. But because I am using 35 volume developer, listen to me please, because I am using 35 volume developer, I'm going to be trying to move pretty quickly. I didn't have the option to get 20 volume developer, and I can't find the 10 right now, so don't try this at home. This is what I'm saying. I'm currently in cosmetology school right now. I'm actually in my last month. Whoop, whoop. And so with that, I've learned a lot, and I've trialed and errored a lot, and I messed up a lot of stuff too. So I kind of know a little bit of where I need to move and how fast I need to move with my hair, because I know how fast my stuff processes. So the formula for the lightening agent is kind of 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm going to take 1 cup of the lightener. I'm going to level it off. I think I'm going to need like 1.5 cups. So yeah, I'm going to do about 1.5 cups. So because my head is not that small. So I'm going to take 1 cup of the lightening agent, the actual powder. Yeah, but it has like a hue on it already, and the hue is like a violet hue. So I'm gonna put that in my mixing bowl. Then I'm gonna go in and do the same amount for the actual developer. For 3 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up for 3 minutes. And in the meantime, in between time, let's chat. So, if you guys have been following me, then you guys know that I had a baby, and what you guys didn't know, and I think this is actually my first time actually saying this aloud, is that I actually suffered from postpartum after having my son. And I don't think I ever told anyone, because I don't think I actually ever like wanted to accept that that's what it was. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. And so what that kind of looked like was, it kind of put me in the place where I've already, just to give you guys a backstory, I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, and a little backstory on that. I am a 2-time war veteran, served in Afghanistan for 14 months total in the Marine Corps. Yeah, life. So I already kind of suffered from that. I already had that going on, and then I had a baby. And so a lot of those old symptoms came back. And so what that looked like was me kind of disappearing off of the scene. And so there would be days where I would just not even want to show up for myself. And so what that looked like is like hygienically not taking a shower for days, just different stuff like that. And I kind of wanted to talk about that in this video because like now that I've experienced motherhood and with Mother's Day coming up, now that I've experienced like somewhat of a peekaboo of what motherhood looks like, I want to speak about some of the topics that I don't really hear people talking about with like becoming a mom, and just like the responsibility and just like the immense amount of just self-work that you have to do to just be a better person all around, so that you can be a better person for your kid, if that makes any sense. I got like 10 seconds left and my freaking arms are tired of stirring. And so there are a lot of things that like come along with motherhood that people don't talk about, and I don't think it's like people don't want to talk about it, and I just think it's one of those taboo, they're like taboo topics that people are like, ooh, you know, maybe we'll talk about these, but we'll talk about them only with our like close friends or with our intimate partners, which that can't really benefit anyone. Well, not our close friends, but like our intimate partners, and that doesn't really benefit anyone of the same sex. I got my hair kind of clipped off into sections. I have 6 sections because I have like a semi-big head, but not really. So I have it in 6 sections. I have 1, 2, 3 sections here, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 sections here. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 3 sections, and I'm actually gonna start here because I know my hair kind of like is really resistant a little bit back in this area. So I'm gonna start back here. And this is really hard trying to do this in the camera versus doing it in the mirror. Working with a tiny screen here, y'all. So I'm just gonna speak on what I know, what I do know. Like a few years back, I was like talking to like my friends, cause like all my friends had kids and stuff like that, and I would ask them questions like, you know, how is it being a mom, like, you know, stuff like that, and they would be like, you know, they didn't really make it seem tough, right? And I applaud them for that because it's like, that was a bitch. They didn't really make it seem tough. And not only that, one, the love I have for my son is so different from the love I've ever even had for myself, which I feel like that is one of the reasons that is like kind of leading me on this, like in a sense, like rebirth, like in this direction of like self-love. And I feel like not only that, like not this, and I know the love is different, but I don't feel like I've genuinely, like, okay, when I had my son, like the love, it was a different feeling, right? But then I started to think like, whoa, well, like what does love actually feel like? And then I'm like, dang, I don't know that I've ever actually even loved, like, you know. And then it started to think like, if you've never really felt that towards anyone else, well, have you ever felt it towards yourself? And then I was like, kind of like in a space where I'm like, I want to love myself. I want to feel this feeling of love that is so immense for myself that it's like, ooh, goddamn, girl. I don't know, like, see, I'm a sound effects person. Like, I'm a person that's like, I'll give you a sound effect all day long to explain the feeling versus the actual explanation of how it feels. I don't know, really weird. Aries, hey. That's kind of like what brought about the feelings of depression and things like that to transitioning into motherhood, along with the new responsibility, being unsure about like a lot of things in life, like as far as like future things, which again I'm learning to let go of, because, you know, as a mom, I'm understanding that you can only really live in the moment, and I should only live in the moment. And so I just really appreciate motherhood now,
because it really like I said, rebirthed me in a sense of like made me like look within myself to really figure out like feeling that I feel like I want to feel. Why am I not feeling it? I know that sounds like it's a lot of whole jibber jabber, but if you track in and you keeping up with me, thank you, I appreciate you. But if you're not, like, I'm so sorry, because I'm so like, I don't even speak in metaphors or anything like that. I'm using my hands to feel around. That's one thing you will get really good as a hairstylist. As far as my career goes, I'm still in hair school right now, but I am graduating here soon. So I am going to be specializing in, can you take a guess? Wild guess, you guys. Wild guess. I'm going to be specializing in hair color. Yep. I've been blonde now for 2 years. And me being blonde has nothing to do with why I wanted to do hair color, but I also feel like, you know, alignment and all of that, nothing happens by fate and things like that. I don't know the backstory of me cutting off my hair, but a few years ago I was working in the government, and I legitimately like woke up one day and I was like, I want to cut off all my hair. And so I didn't cut it off like initially, just shave it off. I took it down to like a taper cut. I was just like, I got bored with that after like 2 or 3 weeks. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm going to cut my hair off. And I told my coworker, and no funny, I can tag her in this video. I would love if she came on here and commented for real. I told her, I was like, girl, I'm going to cut my hair off and dye blonde. And it was black at the time, and it was, you know, I still had a taper cut, so I still had hair. And she said, for real? And I was like, yeah, girl. She was like, all right. No, she was like, and I was like, dead ass. So the next day I came into work. It was the weekend. The weekend had came into work with a bald head and blonde hair on Monday. And she was like, oh my God, you did it. And I was like, yo, girl, I don't even be playing for real. I wanted to talk also about the fact that when you become a mom, and I'm not even saying this to be funny, but like when you become a mom, that child becomes fully your responsibility. And I'm not saying that to like take away from the role that the dad plays, but it's there's some things that the mom has that the dad can never give that child, and vice versa. And so what's up, y'all? Hey, I don't got no eyebrows. My eyebrows are completely invisible. What in the okay, so this is what we have, honey. This is what the look is. So I lighten my roots per se, and they're all like yellowish. So I didn't want to lift them to blonde because, which this is actually like a blonde though. This is like a level 7, level 8. And I only left that on there, that lightener on my hair for like 10-15 minutes. Like I put it on there and then I went upstairs and washed it out. So that lightener is bomb in my book for sure. She's always been bomb in my book. But if you are a licensed cosmetologist, then definitely. I look so sick. I don't have the eyebrows, but we gonna get this together. Again, you guys, we're going from bad to worse to bomb. So I'm going to leave out this hair right here. All right, y'all, so what I did was put all the lightener in, like I sectioned in between and made sure I got the lightener all on the roots, and then I put some foil on it just to process it faster and some clips around it. But as you can see, this hair over here is just doing what it's doing. I'm going to put the color on this, but I'm going to let this lighten, let this process and do what it does, and then I'm going to come back and put the color on. Moisture, or this Mizhani
Moisture Fusion. I'm gonna put this on there as well. But basically, I don't want any color to get on this section. So I'm going to saturate it. I've already saturated with Vaseline. So I'm gonna go in and saturate it with some conditioner as well, just to act as a barrier so that it does not pick up any of the color, because the color is pretty pigmented. For this video, I'm going to be using Adore hair color simply because I'm going to, in probably 2 weeks, I'm probably going to go to another color. So semi-permanent hair colors don't last long, and so they last between 6 to 8 shampoos, somewhere in between that, depending on how porous your hair is when you're actually doing it. The first one we have is French Cognac. The next one, the one that I am in love with, is Ginger. That's this one right here. Let me move it over here. Ginger. And then the next one is Spiced Amber. That's this darker looking one. And then this orangey looking color, like the one from the last, is is Cajun Spice, and I'm gonna mix that, just a drop of that, with the ginger. And then the last one is Cinnamon. So if you guys wanted to see what these colors actually look like without actually having to go out and purchase them, this is what they look like. Decided on Ginger and Cajun Spice. Make sure those are in the camera. Of the ginger and this, I'm just gonna put the entire bottle of it because this is really the ginger. I don't feel like it's gonna show up that dark on my eyebrows, so I gotta go in with a little bit of something that's a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna go in with just like, not even a lot, but y'all see literally a squirt of, because this stuff is powerful. Like this is almost giving like red. It's really, and now it's giving a little bit darker, and that's the color that I'm wanting. That's the exact color that I'm wanting. Perfect. So I'm just taking a applicator brush. This one is from Framar, and it's a little bigger. You could use something smaller, but this is what I have right now. I'm just going to go right into this area here. And I'm gonna do this off camera because, all right y'all, so I went and I did the precision portion. So I'm just gonna go in and pretty much just put this color all over the rest of my head. Alright y'all, so I'm back and this is what we have. I still got my blonde piece here. A little bit of the ginger got on this side, but not too much. I'm not really worried about it because once I actually like finger wave this side down, it's gonna be real white. And then this is what my hair is looking like. It's a 10 Miracle. I mean, y'all know what this is. The Holy Grail. It's a 10. This is the keratin version, and I use this on my clients. All right, y'all. So this is what your girl is looking like. What we're gonna do is some finger waves. This is the moment that we've been waiting for. So I'm gonna be using Edge Booster. You guys know I'm famous for using Edge Booster because she gets the job done right. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my little. I don't even call them finger waves because they're not even like finger waves, because the technique is not even like the technique that we learn in hair school. But it gets the job done. guys, then I will come back, and when I come back, you know, your girl's gonna be beat to the gods. So I'll see y'all when I come back. What's up, y'all? I really like the results. I'm gonna take some pictures at the end so y'all can see what it looked like. But yeah, this is what your girl is looking like. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love to see. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I know it was all over the place, but definitely leave down in the comment section what you guys want to hear about from me, or what you guys want to see from me, so that I can just bring you guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for the support over the many years. Again, thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye.